What's good, YouTube? It's Nas, and we're back with another video. We're up to 300 subscribers, of course, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about both of these games. I'm gonna try to do this both, but honestly, I really just want to talk about the Warriors Timberwolves. And the Warriors, yes, won last night, but can they continue the series without Stephen Curry for the next week? And I really don't know, because I expect Ant to play big next game. I saw what Chris Finch said about Anthony Edwards being the leader of this team, and this team goes wherever he goes, and I expect a big game out of Ant in game 2. But at the same time, the Warriors still have Jimmy Butler, who's one of the best playoff performers ever. And yes, I might not want to admit that, but he is. And Stephen Curry sustained a grade 1 hamstring injury, and hamstrings are no joke. So I would be surprised if Curry's even ready next week. It's a grade 1, yes, so it's not that bad, but a hamstring is crazy. That's what limits your movement, and obviously Curry runs around a lot around the ball. So if Curry can't play his normal game and be fully healthy, like, the Warriors might be cooked. But yesterday they had a huge game from Buddy Hield and Draymond Green. Like, at the beginning of the game, Draymond literally couldn't miss. Like, it was crazy. Like, shit was crazy. Draymond ended up with 18 points. He went 4 for 10 from the three-point line. I didn't even know he missed 4 threes. But Jimmy Butler ended up stepping up late when they needed a closer. Jimmy had 20 points, 8 rebounds, and 11 assists. 11 rebounds and 8 assists. My bad. And Buddy Hield, he ended up being big every time. I don't know. It's something about Buddy Hield. It's something about inconsistent players I don't like. Like, this shit pisses me off so much. Like, Buddy Hield ultimately ended up with 24 points and 8 rebounds. He stepped up, and that's all that was needed for the Warriors to win the night, with Stephen Curry being out. And Stephen Curry handled his business when he was in the game. He had 13 points in 13 minutes, so it looked like Steph was going to have a big game tonight, and obviously that didn't happen. But getting to the Wolves side, the Wolves just played terrible basketball from the start. Like, they tried to make a fake comeback in the second half, but it didn't end up working, and the Warriors were able to hold them off. Anthony Edwards had a prime stinker. I don't care what these stats say. Ant had 23 points and 14 rebounds, but when I was watching the game, I turned it off at one point, but Ant was missing every shot. At one point, the Timberwolves were 0 for 14 from three-point line. I'm like, they really can't buy a bucket, and they couldn't score at all. Like, Ant has to be better. Ant played 42 minutes tonight, but he didn't show up. Julius Randle, he had 18 points, 4-11 from the field. All his buckets are from the free throw line, 10 for 10. They need Julius to step up. They need Jaden McDaniels to step up, who had 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. Jaden was good in the Lakers series. I expect him to be good in this Warriors series, because obviously he expanded his offensive bag this season, so it ultimately helps the Timberwolves get more fluent when Ant is obviously off like he was tonight. But obviously Naz Reid stepped up off the bench. He's going to get paid this offseason. There's no doubt about it. The Timberwolves are going to have to pay him, or somebody else is going to pay him. Naz ended up with 19 points and 5 rebounds. Dante DiVincenzo is still struggling on the offensive end. He had 7 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. I wonder what happened to playoff Dante last year in New York, because New York Dante was different, bro. It was a crazy energy. But ultimately, the Timberwolves ended up losing, and look for them to have a big game now, knowing that Steph is out for the week. And probably if the Warriors could get one of their home games in Golden State, when Stephen Curry ultimately comes back for either Game 5 or Game 6, like, it could be 2 apiece, like, so it doesn't really feel like it could be a series closer, like, if that makes sense to y'all. But getting into the next game, which was the Pacers Cavs, and I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, I did not watch the first half of this game. The Cavs were up 20 last time I checked the box score, but I ended up turning it on in the fourth quarter, and look what happened. I saw some amazing shit from the Indiana Pacers. Their defense was crazy. Their trapping is crazy. And it seems like every time I watch the Pacers, they always get some lucky shit to go down. Like, that's one lucky-ass team. Like, I feel like that, yeah, they are. But they're up 2-0 against the number 1 seed in the Cleveland Cavaliers. And look for the Cavs to bring back Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, and DeAndre Hunter. I do not see them sitting out Game 3 in Indiana, and Indiana is a tough place to win at. So ultimately, you're going to need both of those wins if you want to stand a chance in this series, which the Cavs can do. But Indiana at home is a really tough team to beat. So I think the Cavs can come back in the series, yes, but I ultimately don't see Indiana losing at home in Indiana twice in a row. I just can't see that happening. And Tyrese Halliburton had a nice step back for the game winner, actually, on Ty Jerome. And Tyrese Halliburton ended up with 18 points. My bad, my phone's lagging. Tyrese Halliburton ended up with 19 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. Yeah, Andrew Nembhard, he had 13 points, 13 assists, 13 assists. Wow, he was the point guard tonight. Miles Turner, he had 23 points and 8 rebounds. Aaron Naismith, who had a huge putback dunk, which I thought was a lane violation, but nonetheless, he had 23 points and 4 rebounds. His defense, he's just a pest, bro, and he's a hard worker. But on the Cavs side, Donovan Mitchell did everything he could to win this game tonight. Donovan Mitchell couldn't hit a 3 to save his life, but he still ended up with 48 points, 9 assists. He was doing everything. I'm pretty sure after the game, he went in that ice bath and was sitting there for like 2 hours. He did everything for this team to win, and they ultimately did end up winning. The only player that really stepped up for him there was 3 players that actually stepped up for him. I bet. Max Strus, he had 23 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. Jared Allen, he had 22 points and 12 rebounds. There was obviously no Evan Mobley. So, without the Cavs' depth, like, the Cavs' depth is the only reason why they had a chance. And when their depth goes out, like, they're pretty much cooked. Sam Merrill, he had 14 points and 4 rebounds off the bench. So, it's just a lot that the Cavs had to overcome tonight, and they still only lost by 1. So they still have a chance in this series. I'm not going to say that they don't stand a chance at all anymore, because I'm not going to do that, because they were the number 1 seed for a reason. But I'm saying beating Indiana in Indiana is a hard thing to do. And I think they ultimately get 1 out of it, but if they could win both of these games, then we could see a 7-game series going on, because I don't see the Pacers losing 4 in a row at all. But let me know how y'all felt about both series tonight, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe. If y'all still here, y'all some real ones. But if y'all want to see some more videos, just hit the subscribe button. We post it basically every day. We grinding, and there's a video right there if you want to click that shit, or I might put 2 up here, but click them. You might like them.